name is Kevin Mosier. I'm the Vice President of Operations for Baptist Health. My background is actually I'm a certified athletic trainer. Before this, I was the Director of Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. I've been with Baptist/Trover going on to now my 20th year. Some of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about your soft skills and needs. The obvious is that at Baptist Health, we need qualified, credentialed, licensed individuals. And in all honesty, we assume that. Passing your boards, whatever those medical credentials are, we have to make an assumption. And so your clinical skills are something that in actuality, we assume. It's the soft skills that differentiate you from the other candidates. I say that because some of the soft skills that I know that are really, really important. One is empathy, and it's different from sympathy. Sympathy is something, and it's a natural occurring emotion, but sympathy includes that feeling sorry for someone else. And if you did that all day long, 8, 10, maybe 12-hour shift, you would soon become very fatigued if you had to rely on your sympathy for those that you care for. Empathy, on the other hand, is for you to have an ability to understand where they're at. And with us here in our service area, which is greater than Hopkins County, it actually surrounds about 5 counties. But the idea is our population does not have a great deal of turnover. And so the bottom line is that your first year working for Baptist Health will be super exciting because they're all new. But you'll soon see that you have the same patients coming back and again. And so rather than having sympathy, we really want to see the attribute of empathy so that you have an understanding of where they're at, what pathway they're going through, and how can we best help them in healthcare. Another issue is communication skills. One of the things I like to tell especially new grads and new hires, the communication skills that you are actually evaluating me for is my ability to connect with you. But when I hire you, I'm actually asking for the opposite. My perspective is how well do you communicate with the people that you care for? The days in which you would show up and the healthcare provider would sit there and it's all about their time, it's all about their needs, they're just here for that short duration. I'll tell you what you need, you do what I tell you. Those all are all gone. It's all collaborative with your patients and their families and their significant others. It's very, very dynamic. You can't make an assumption that you know what's going on with that patient and their family. And so you really need to have communication skills that are as fine-tuned and are very, very aware of how to best communicate to the other person. It's not just, I speak well in a group. It may be that your job requires a one-on-one, face-to-face, and that's where you excel. And that would be where that job task really is demanding. So communication skills are very, very important. I think another one is dealing with criticism. And really, I would want to make a difference, kind of a variation, is dealing with critique. Because one of the things that I find with a lot of young people is that they want to be perfect the first time. Admirable, but I'm telling you that you can't. It's a real dynamic. Healthcare is very dynamic. There's a billion possibilities, and the assumption that you're going to hit it out of the ballpark with every patient encounter, every time you're dealing with it, that's where we need to, as both mentors and supervisors, need to come in and be able to say, I want you to try it this way. Where I saw that was good, but all of a sudden I think we lost the patient over here, or the family member turned you off. And so that constant feedback is you need to expect. And the idea that it's not criticism that you're right or wrong, but it's actually more critique so that we can all be better. I always relate the story that, one of the things that I tell my staff is you need to find out who you're horrible in communicating with. When I worked in sports medicine, I can tell you right now that the number one population that would tune me out was adolescent females that were non-athletes. If they came in with knee pain, they tuned me out so fast, it was unbelievable. It was my inability to be able to have a relationship in my communication. And so when I had one of those and I could feel that communication wasn't happening, I brought in somebody else who could actually talk really well to that population. So you need to figure out who you talk well to and who you don't. And if you have the ability to step away and go, I give, then you do. And I think that's really important in healthcare so that we can best take care of everyone the first time. I think the last thing we talk about is a positive mental attitude. That's so easily said. I will tell you that the thing I tell my staff, and especially new employees, is that is your job, not mine. How you get up and go to work is, and your attitude when you're there is yours to control. Now we know that we'd love to have that soft skill of you turning off home, your personal life, and everything is put in another basket. You don't have to worry about it until you turn it back on when you leave the job. That reality is not true, but we need to at least minimize that transference. And I say that because I also want to not have your frustration, and if you have any at work, go home. So that positive mental attitude, I think, is really important. Because no matter what, and especially in healthcare, our customers are helpless. And so, like I tell my staff, especially who works on the inpatient side of things, when they walk in the hospital room, that person is sitting there helpless. Many of them can't even get out of bed. So all they do is watch what they think is soap opera drama, and they're powerless. So we want to make sure that we fill their day with positive and endeavors, rather than we don't need to walk in and start complaining about things. That has nothing to do with them. They can't fix it, and therefore all you're doing is adding stress to already a stressful customer moment. I would just tell you that healthcare is an exciting time right now. We are hiring. We have lots of different jobs, lots of opportunities. And I always tell there's two different types of people in the world, especially in this area. Either those that want to stay or those that want to run away. I get it. I understand completely. If you do want to stay, we'd love to learn what you want to do, and maybe we can have a relationship with you guys with Baptist Health. Thank you.